Hey guys, Tony Hannity's here from LazyTechGuys.com, and next to me is our very own gaming editor, Andrew Aoshisan Lee. Andrew, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty great.
Awesome. Andrew over here is, as you guys know, our main PC gaming editor. One day he called me up and said, I built this. Why did you build this?
It's like graduating, man. To be honest with you, pretty much gaming in the PC levels always kind of like an arms race in a sense. You're always upgrading hardware. So it's more of personal tastes, really. But for the most part, with desktops in general, they're a lot more, again, a lot more modular. Technically, they're a lot more durable as well. So if something were to go wrong, I can easily buy a replacement part, replace it myself, and I'm done.
I surround myself in different PC builds on a daily basis, but they're pre-built. And when it comes to the gaming computers from Alienware, MSI, things like that, they range from $1,000 to like $3,000 sometimes. What is a good entry-level budget?
The number can always range because it's whatever you're willing to spend.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, $3,000 for some people, it kind of scares them to just invest so much money into such a machine. So, but as we get the nicer stuff, the equation or the ratio of money and the type of computer you're getting, it's always kind of in influx.
Okay. Do you think that we're in a point in time in retail where I guess commerce, where we don't have to worry about spending too much money to get a good bang for our buck? Like, case in point, 2 years ago, to get 16 gigabytes of RAM might have cost you 3 times as much that it does now. Are we at a good point that building computers isn't that much expensive?
There are actually some relatively inexpensive builds compared to what I've done here, just as an example. I mean, especially if, like I was reiterating with the other point, you don't have to spend that much to get something really enjoyable. It's just you have to be really smart about your choices. I know some people, they really like the Intel i5 4790K. That's great for overclocking and getting to some of the performance levels that some of these games require. So all you really need is not just the processor, but a really good graphics card to go along with it.
So that actually, again, feeds into another great question. How did you decide what the hell you want to put into this thing?
I'm not really
so let's just preface this. Andrew, you're more of a strategy gamer as well as an FPS guy.
Right.
Okay.
I kind of delve into all sorts of different genres, yeah.
Sure. Final Fantasy is a big one. But you've done a lot of Let's Play on our YouTube, on your own Twitch channel, now YouTube Gaming. So with all that in mind, why these parts?
Honestly,
the outside is pretty obvious. I mean, the outside is pretty freaking cool looking, and I get that. You've got a window on the outside here and blue lighting, and I think I saw like some weird, crazy stuff the other day. Just like
for
aliens.
The most part, yeah. For the most part, I mean, I grew up in the day and age. I mean, you and I can relate to this, where building your own PC, the towers were sort of, I don't want to go as far as saying bland, but compared to the designs back then,
they were ugly.
They were kind of just
go ahead
plain.
And say that. That's fine.
Yeah, I still have my old tower from back in the day.
Yeah.
It's a nightstand now. But the reason why I started with this is because I wanted full space. In case I do want to change out stuff, I have the space to do it. I don't want to have to worry about, I want to upgrade this, but I can't because it's not compatible with it. Now, as far as parts go, again, it's more of, if you have the capital to do it, you might as well go all out.
All right, so this is the, what do you call it?
No, I just think I'm just going to call it blue.
Blue. All right, this is Blue, everybody. Say hi, Blue. He doesn't talk much. All right, so what kind of casing is this?
This is a Thermaltake Chaser Mark 1.
All right.
It's a full-size case, so as you kind of see there, Tony, it's fairly large compared to the most of the ones that you might see in like most retail places.
Do you know how heavy it is?
Not off the top of my head, but I know with everything in it, it's fairly heavy.
Now, did this come with this blue?
It did, yeah.
Ribbing on the front, and these are for more drives.
Absolutely,
obviously,
yeah.
Okay. You got the Asus drive here. Is this Blu-ray as well too?
It's just a DVD writer.
Okay. These are not speakers. These are just vents.
It's just vents. So right here, this is actually an intake vent.
Okay.
So
can we see that on the inside here?
Yeah, you actually can.
This guy right here.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is just for more air intake, right?
So, like the front is an intake. I've actually set it up to where the top one and the rear are outtake. So it prevents all the hot air.
The hot air.
Yep.
So building the computer, again, layman right here, even though I deal with computers all day.
Correct.
You don't want hot air in
Absolutely.
here.
Hot temperature is generally bad for electronics.
Generally.
Yeah.
Learn that, kid. What else you got inside here, ma'am?
So
what are these right here?
So I have a Western Digital Black Edition 2 terabyte hard drive. This is below it. You can't really see it, but if you do this, this is a Samsung Evo 250 gig solid state drive.
Okay, and is that what Windows is installed on?
Correct. So literally, as soon as I turn on my computer, it boots up pretty much under a minute, pretty much 30 seconds at least.
You got a Corsair power supply?
860 watt power supply.
How much in right here? Is this your
That's my graphics card. That's a NVIDIA EVGA 980 Ti graphics card.
And what's this here? Otter 3.0 or Water 3.0?
Oh, that's my the cooling for the CPU.
So it's liquid cooled?
It's liquid cooled, yeah. So right here, up here, it looks like it literally looks like a turbo intercooler, but that pretty much cools down the processor. So this is Thermaltake as well.
Is there anything else that you're really proud of this build? I mean, again, this is your baby. Like you said, you graduated. Right. So is there anything about this that you're very proud of?
Yeah. I'm actually running also low-profile Corsair Vengence RAM. I'm running 16 gigs on both of those slots, if you can see that right there. We also have, I'm running an Asus X99 motherboard as well. So the nice thing about that card is if I decide to run another 980 Ti, God forbid they go on sale, I can throw another card in there and then have an increase in power. And as I don't know if you can see from down here, sir, I actually have fans on that as well.
So fans every which way. It's liquid cooled.
Yep.
Tons of memory. Solid state drive. That's generally a standard when it comes to installing a hardware. Is there anything that you don't have in here that you think that would vastly improve the gameplay and the usability of the computer, or at this point have you gotten everything you wanted and anything extra would just be a nice to have?
At this point, I'm pretty much satisfied with this build. I mean, if anything, I could probably upgrade the CPU, but it'd be kind of in excess of what my needs are, considering the budget for this.
For anybody starting off, is there any good magazines? Those still exist, magazines, by the way.
Right.
Is there any good magazines or web pages or YouTube channels that would be a good starting point to learn how to build and like what to look for?
I pretty much learned by looking at the system requirements for a lot of these games that you and I kind of grew up with. So that kind of started with me thinking, okay, well, if I want to run certain games, I have to do my research. So PC Gamer's a good outlet to look up all the different news on new hardware coming out. PC Part Picker is pretty much the website I went to when I started my whole build to kind of see the whole listing of what my computer's going to not necessarily visually look like, but more of sort of the spec sheet, what it's going to be once I'm done. It also, the nice thing about that website, it actually tells you whatever deals that are going on during that day, maybe during the week, as well as kind of helps you kind of budget your build altogether. So if you're trying to keep it under 1,000, keep it under 2,000, as an example, it kind of helps you kind of give you that sort of ballpark benchmark of where you're going to be.
Okay. Great. Well, Andrew, thank you very much again for joining me this evening.
Absolutely.
Again, Andrew is the gaming editor for Lazy Tech Guys. You can find him on our YouTube channel, Lazy Tech TV, as well as your own Twitch channel. Why don't you go ahead and plug that away?
So I'm on Twitch every so often, twitch.tv/Aoshisan.
And you can find how to spell that right here, because no one knows how to spell that, man.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. Again, Tony Hannity's. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.